Hi YouTubers, it is Latoya and this is week 17 of my journey. I really didn't make out a topic list for my video this week, so forgive me if I sound a bit unprepared. First of all, thank you to my new subbies. I didn't get to write down the names of who subscribed to me the last week and this week. I apologize, and I will explain to you what's going on later, the reason why I am so unprepared for this week. Lots going on. Those of you who are joining me for the first time, thank you. Those of you who've been riding with me forever, thank you. Those of you who've been riding with me for a few weeks, thank you. My journey actually started back in 2001. My OBG recommended that I have the surgery, and at that time I was afraid of it because I never had surgery in my life. And not too long after that, they stopped covering the surgery. So by the time I decided that I wanted to do it, it was too late. So several of us employees had a crusade of trying to get them to start back covering the surgery for us employees. So finally, January this year, they started covering the surgery again for the employees, and I took advantage of it. Once again, my highest weight was 432, and surgery date, I was, well, the last time I saw my surgeon, I was 347, and he ordered me to lose some more weight. But they're going by 347 as my surgery weight. So from 432 to 347, I lost that with working out, changing my eating habits, and just becoming more active. I have thyroid disease and diabetes, so that kind of, for those of you who are diabetic and have those thyroid diseases, you know it can affect the rate that you lose weight and gain weight. Anyway, last week I told you guys that I had gotten on the scale at my gym at the Y, and that scale tends to match up with the surgeon scale. And I had seen that I was actually in the 200s. I was fluctuating between 299 and 298. Well, I had gone to the doctor the following Thursday, and I weighed in at 291. And the reason why I say 291, because theirs tend to be a little bit like 4 pounds, 3 pounds higher than the surgeon and the gym. I had to go back on Monday just to check my levels for my iron, my B12, and A1C, some other things that needed to be checked. And I had dropped 2 additional pounds since last Thursday. So let's say I'm 288.8, which is very good. I'm very happy with that. For some reason, the weight loss is like picking up. And my nurse told me that I could start out losing slow and speed up later. As far as eating, I mean, I really haven't changed what I was eating. I just stay away from what makes me sick, what causes me to dump. I accept that my body just does not like even the sandwich thins. So if I feel the urge to get a sandwich, it's only going to be a little bit You know, it won't be much. Now I did drop my calories from 1,000 to 800, but I'm not at 800 every day. I range anywhere from 800 to 1,300 calories. So it just kind of depends on what I'm eating that day or whatever. Like today was bad. I'm probably hitting around 1,400 calories today. And I noticed that I tend to do that, within a week or two before it's that time of the month. I tend to be an eater around that time. So that's probably why I am starting to do that. I have about a week or so before she arrives. So that I do that. You know, most women do. We tend to eat around that time. So those of you who have not had your surgeries yet, or if you're still in the beginning stages where you're doing purees, liquids, soft foods, you will see that eventually you will see, once your body become adjusted, you will see that you will still snack and eat around your menstrual time just like you did before surgery. I have seen that a lot of us bariatric patients, more than a few, are experiencing frustration because, you know, we're set up to think that we're going to drop a lot of pounds per week and that we're not going to crave certain foods and that we're not going to feel hungry. And a lot of us are finding out that that's not always the case. And I made a comment to some physicians that these surgeons and doctors need to stop putting all of us bariatric patients in one box. You're causing us to have high expectations. And when we start this journey and we find out that we're not dropping 15 pounds a week, 80 pounds in 2 months, we're frustrated, we're angry, and we're beating ourselves up, where some of these physicians should start taking accountability. I saw one person I follow, their surgeon gave them old information, old dietary information. So at some point, these physicians and nurses and nutritionists, you know, they need to be held accountable. Stop putting us all in this box. You need to start showing all scenarios, all sides, because everyone's not going to drop 80 pounds in 2 months. Like myself, a lot of us still feel hungry. Some of us could still tolerate certain foods, you know, sugars and everything. I apologize, everyone. I got cut off because my husband called me. But as I was saying that a lot of us can tolerate some things that we were told that we would not be able to tolerate. Now with myself, I feel like I operated in reverse. You know, those of you who've been following me for a long time, you know, I was still hungry in the beginning. At first I could tolerate sugar and actually could eat desserts still. I sampled so many foods and didn't get sick. It wasn't until I was 3.5 weeks post-op that I actually began to experience dumping syndrome and starting to feel less hungry and full. And I am noticing that as time goes on, I am feeling less hungry and less, like I said, it's either I'm bored or it's almost that time of the month, or sometimes it's a social thing that I find myself grazing and eating. However, I try not to exceed my calories, and it's rare that I do. Like I say, today was a rare day. I don't know what's going on with me today. And I noticed as time goes on, I'm starting to feel the way that I thought I would feel immediately after surgery. But my conclusion is that your body has to go through an adjustment period. And it has to heal. And I can't speak for the sleeve because I had the roux-en-y, but it seems to me that my pouch has finally tightened and gotten to the capacity that it's supposed to. I started eating less than I did when I first started out. Another thing that I learned is that my surgeon orders his patients to eat only 3 times a day, no snacks in between. And I mean, he was like that even pre-op. He's like that. Well, I've learned that for me, that doesn't work. My body cannot operate on just 3 meals a day. I go into starvation mode. My body holds on to the weight. It holds on to the pounds. It was not until I just said, blanket, I'm going to stay in my calories, but if I don't feel like eating my whole plate at one time, I'm going to go back to it. So I find myself eating 4 to 5 times a day. Now, I'm not saying eating a whole meal. I'm saying I may start out with something for lunch and don't finish it, and then I'll go back to it, 2 hours later or 3 hours later, and then I get dinner, and then I may eat some fruit or something after that, and then I have my shake for breakfast. So I'm not meaning eating 4 or 5 meals. I'm meaning I'm eating that amount of times per day. And my body is burning with me doing that. Even like I told on like some past videos, before I had surgery, I was still eating. I mean, I cut back on some things, but I was still eating at the buffets. I was still eating fried foods. I was still eating whatever, and I still lost 27 pounds before surgery. So my body is the type that I have to feed it in order for it to burn. So this is your body. No one knows your body but you. So this is going to be trial and error from day one. So those of you who have not had your surgery yet, I'm telling you now, do not expect to be in that box that the surgeons generally put us all in. Don't go into this expecting that you're going to drop 15, 16 pounds a week, because you may not. You are setting yourself up for disappointment. You need to know that your body is your body. Your walk is going to be different. I have said this so many times through my videos. Those of you who are in the early stages of your surgery, please, I understand how you feel. Nobody knows more about being frustrated about the pounds lost than Toya. Toya gripe, whine, complain so much. I understand, and it hurts me to see you guys hurt and upset and frustrated. But just go ahead and accept that your body is not going to drop 10, 15, 12 pounds a week. Work with what you have and learn your body. See what works for you. I know people like to give advice and suggestions and things of that nature, because I had suggestions and things too. You are going to have to learn your own body. Listen to it. Try some things. If that doesn't work, go back to the drawing board. Try it again. This is your body. I cannot emphasize this enough. And share this with everybody else. Let them know, because we all don't have the same viewers, and I work in an insurance company. I work for the Blue Cross Association, and I have people there watching me, and I have to tell them, your body is going to be your body. We're not all going to fit in this same little box, this little category. You have to see what works for you. On that note, I did get clearance and approval and everything for my bariatric support group, and it will be starting this month. And I have several dates lined up. And this weekend, my goal is to actually get my information together to hand out, and some flyers to hang up in the company, and things of that nature, because I'm very passionate about this. This is a very emotional journey, and the hardest thing is trying to keep yourself together, put yourself first while living life. You're going through physical changes, and even though you can study all you want, you still don't know what to expect, and it's still an adjustment, and trying to keep yourself together mentally and physically while you're in a marriage, or you're in a relationship, or if you're a mother or a father, and you're working, and life happens, and the hardest challenge is to stay focused on your goal, trying to find that balance and not lose yourself while you're going through. So I do go to my therapist. I see her, and she's telling me, you know what, your mindset is on key, it's on point. And I have to prioritize myself now, because I've got 2 more medications that I want to get off of, and I'm praying that these lab results are going to say I can get off of them. Another thing that's going on, those of you who've been watching me, you know that my husband is Jamaican, and he's currently living in Jamaica. Well, he's been given the thumbs up to go ahead and come to the States, so he will be here in a few weeks, which is going to be an adjustment for me. I will have to cook for him, and I don't eat much. I'm not a cooker, and we have culture differences, we have an age difference, and even though he's Christian, my walk is a little bit stronger than his, and life happens. I've been used to being by myself, so now we're going to merge these 2 lives together. Even though we are married, it's going to be a challenge. And I think I can relate to Fedora Sega's story, where she was talking about her daughter who has some things going on, and she was kind of stressed, and she was worried about how she was going to keep herself together while caring for her daughter, and now I'm feeling the same way. I've got to keep myself together, because our relationship has been rough. I'm not putting our business out there, but I mean it's been a rocky road, and I am going to struggle trying to keep it all together, but with God's help, I know I'll do it. But like I say, those of you who haven't had your surgeries yet, just be prepared. Listen, take notes when you watch us. Make mental notes, and everything. Usually I'm a little bit more silly. I'm more laid back today, because I've got a lot of preparation to do in such a short amount of time. But take this journey seriously. Don't take it lightly, because you're gonna have to work. I know a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna have this surgery. Vomiting is going to keep me from doing things. The limited capacity in my pouch or my sleeve is going to prevent me from doing things. But no, baby, no, you're still going to struggle. You're still going to struggle with food choices. You're still going to struggle with hunger. You're going to struggle with many things. Trying to get all your fluids in. Trying to make sure you stay on top of your vitamins and your calcium. I actually went out of town this weekend and bumped into an old friend who we both found out this past weekend that we both had surgery. She had the sleeve, and I had to ruin why. She's 8 months out, and I'm only 4 months out, and she's already she's eating chocolate and drinking alcohol and things I'm not bold enough to try, and things I don't think I'll ever be bold enough to try. I think she confided to me that she's not taking the vitamins like she should. But, you know, I told her, you really need to. You know, it's important. But she looks great. She's doing good. So, like I say, everybody's journey is their journey. And I'm not trying to discourage or anything. I just want you guys to have a realistic view and realistic insight on what to or what not to expect, you know. But anyway, I'm pleased. I'm happy. You see, yeah, guys, I'm getting collarbone now, and I'm struggling with body image. I don't like the way, if you can see this, the way my skin is falling. And I mean, it's getting bad, but it's okay. You know, it's part of it, and I have to deal with that. And honestly, I've been in my 24s, and this is a 22. I can probably do a 20 if my thighs, the skin on my thighs and the fat in my thighs weren't so bad. I mean, my thighs are huge. It's like, I don't know. But I have plenty of room in the waist in a 24. I mean, I could actually probably do a 20. So my goal is to be in a 20 by the end of December. If I could do an 18, even better. But I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's all that's going on. This week has been a lazy week for me. I haven't worked out at all this week so far. But like I said, I've got a lot going on. I just found out yesterday that my husband will be arriving within 2.5 weeks. And with that being said, I've got to get my desk caught up at work and, you know, stock up on food. And, you know, over there, he's from the tropics. They don't have winter. So, you know, he's going to need winter items and things like that. And, you know, you've got family and friends and co-workers and everyone who's like dying to meet him. And I'm going to have to set boundaries, you know. I'm going to be like, you know, hey, you can't be popping up at my house. You can't be calling all the time. I mean, this is time for us. So, like I said, know that life is going to happen while you're going through this journey. You're going to have to keep it together. You can't let the ball drop on any particular court. So I just hope that, you know, you guys stay strong, keep your head up. Pre-oppers, you know, do all you can. I think George the Wright brother said it best. If you can get in the best condition you can pre-op, it would only benefit you when surgery time comes. Those of you, like I said, you're still in your early stages, don't give up. It gets better, I promise, because I was one who was only dropping 2 pounds a week, maybe 1 pound a week, and now all of a sudden I'm kicking ass. I'm like dropping more. So don't give up. It could be that you're going to be like myself. It could be that you're going to start out losing slow and then you're going to pick up later. So on that note, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.